What's going on, everybody? This is Focus Up Podcast. Everybody need to focus up. So this is the first episode, and it's called Process Over Results. And where I'm kind of going in this episode is explaining some of my endeavors of things that I went through, and maybe during your journey of processing your goals, you can follow the process, and it can help you out. Um, Part of this podcast is we want to help the youth and people just with goals just obtain these goals and realize that nothing comes easy. Everything you have to put a little bit of work into, and if you can follow the process, it will be so easy for you at the end to just sit back and relax. So a lot of something that I want to catch up on is a foundation. I feel like discipline equals solid foundation. If you don't have a solid foundation, the house will blow over. And my boy Ant in Dallas, he always explains before you can start building anything, you can't just start building windows. You can't just, oh yeah, I'm gonna just build countertops. No, you have to put that cement down and have a blueprint and a plan a and follow the step by step structure so that in the end it's not gonna be hard. Like I met this guy in Dallas as well. His name was Breeze. He had did like 6 years in the feds. Uh and we always had good conversations. He came up to me, he said, "Bro, when are you gonna get to work? When are you gonna put the work in?" And and it kind of sat with me because like I always I'm the master of having step one, step two, step three, and I'll get them done. But I'll be so excited. I want to jump all the way to step eight when really I should have just did step four, five, and six, seven, and then got to eight because that's kind of goes into the same conversation of having a solid foundation. I thought I was good. I was so excited at step three that I thought I could go all the way to step eight. Now I'm at step eight, and I failed. And a lot of people who know me, they know that I always wanted to have my own dealership, and that's always been a goal, and it's always going to be a goal until I get there because uh, I, I applied two times. The first time I applied, uh, I, I was messing with this girl. My aunt told me. She said, if you still messing with that girl, you're not gonna get your dealer's license." Because I was so distracted, and I didn't look at the fine print of things. So when the inspector came, he said, "You're a nice guy, but sorry, I have to decline your application." Bro, I cried. I really wanted that, but like that was something I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make it out the hood. I'm gonna buy my mom a house off this because I worked for dealerships for so long and I made people millions and I'm like, I need to make these millions for myself and my family. So, I always had the good intentions, but never followed that right process. And I know why I'm not where I want to be today. I know, and sometimes we have to uh tell ourselves like, hey man, it's not these people, it's not that person, it's not this person, it's me. What am I gonna do to try to change my situation and go through it? A lot of people say if you're gonna pray, don't worry. So I always pray and I never worry because I know it's in God's hands. But at some point, you gotta meet God halfway. You can't just pray and think it's gonna happen. You cannot do that. It's gonna be a time where he gonna say, "Hey man, you praying, I hear you, but when you gonna put in that work?" And that's just like how Bree said, "When are you gonna put in the work?" You have to put in that work and focus up. Like, be accountable for your actions. Have a goal. Set plans. Google it. How am I gonna get there? And it's going to tell you step by step by step. And if you don't follow those steps, I promise you, you will end up with a declined application. That's what it is. So my second time applying for my license, uh, I spent the last of my money uh, rebuilding a office in my dad's basement because they told me that if you own the house, then you can have the office there. So I spent the last of my money trying to build this office, and when I tell you I sent in the letter, they sent me back. Sorry, this building isn't to compliance for compliance. So I was crushed. Like I'm literally sitting there like, nah, they don't they don't want me to have this. They don't want me to have this. But man, it was this little voice in my head, God telling me, hey man, you have to pick yourself back up, do your research, learn what zone to compliance means, and do it again, man. So now I I always keep that little voice in my head, like nothing's impossible. You have to do your due diligence and research before you do anything. So right now, I'm from Buffalo, New York, a small town. I moved to Texas. I moved to Dallas first, but now I'm located in Houston, and I'm gonna reapply, and I'm doing my due diligence. I'm searching things every night on Google, watching dealers on TikTok, whatever I have to do because I do not want to fail. I cannot skip any steps. If I skip steps, that's detrimental to my success. And right now, everybody's banking on me. You know, my kids are banking on me, and I can't let them down. So that's why I'm telling you, I'm telling everybody, do not skip steps in the process. Fall in love with the process, even if it hurts. Even if you gotta be with somebody that ain't cool, or you're not with the cool crowd, you gotta miss out on some parties, or you can't spend it on this. Man, fall in love with that process because when you do what you gotta do, the end results, you're not even gonna you're gonna be so happy. It's not even gonna be worth. You're gonna be like, man, I went through that, and look what you got. Focus family, man. Follow me on YouTube. Uh, Subscribe to the YouTube. Subscribe to our website, www.stayfocused.world. I want everybody on this journey with me because if we can keep one life focus at a time, we can make the world a better place. So let's stay focused and follow your dreams. Write down a plan. Stick with the process, and at the end result, we all win. Stay focused. Focus up.